Look at that. We're doing motherfucking 15th anniversary special. 15 years we've been on the air. I want to thank everybody for listening. I know we got some long-time listeners. I appreciate each and every one of y'all cats. Real motherfucking talk. Actually, it'd be cool. You know what? It'll be cool if you listen for a long ass time. Why don't you call up, leave a voicemail, let us know how long you've been listening for, and you know how you heard about us and what you've been doing since. Something interesting. The more interesting, the more better. So call up 888-742-3345, and maybe we'll play it. Maybe we'll play it when I get back. All right, we're gonna start off with Sierra and I were doing classic albums, and we picked Aquemini, and it was, I think I was just talking shit, and it was like, let's have Big Boy call in, and I think we put it out on Twitter, and then he did, and it was fucking cool. So we got to break down the album, and then have Big Boy call in at the end and tell us who he was listening to. And Big Boy put me on to an artist that I never really my sister would listen to, and I never really fucked with that tough. And then Big Boy made me a fan, because I was like, if it's good enough for Big Boy, I should go give this woman a second chance. So there it is. It is Throwback Thursday. Yup, clap for that shit. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome. This is where we play a little album. We play a whole album and shit. I want to dry. For fuck's sakes. I need it dry. That means dry means no music behind me. You guys are learning radio talk. I'm wearing cans on my ears. Those are headphones. Get some cans. I need it dry. I'm going to take you guys back to 1998. Something special. Outkast third album. Aquemini. Now the cool shit about this shit was they already showed their ass. They came out with Southern Playalistic, and I want to say like 94, and that shit was crazy. It was, Southern Playalistic was one of those albums, because, you know, where I'm from, like you had cats that listen to gangster rap, you had cats that listen to East Coast shit, you had cats that listen to motherfucking down south shit. It was one of those albums, kind of like Doggy Style and the Mobb Deep album, that everybody listened to. And then they followed up with AT Aliens, another just banger. Back-to-back bangers, not the sophomore jinx for these dudes. They solidified their place in fucking hip-hop. And what one could argue that probably one of the illest 1-2-3 combos, they come out with Aquemini. Back to back to back. Like, that shit ain't easy. And they drop Aquemini. And here's the ill shit, they changed the game. I remember when I first bought this album, I threw it in. I'm like, this some weird shit. They had whole song, they had like 7-minute songs where you're like, what the fuck are they doing here? Like, you put it in, this shit starts, and you're like, what? But like a fine wine or something that's really good, when you got to play it a couple times, it's not that easy to digest. You know, it was kind of different than a lot of these other rap shits that was going on. They had like a lot of soul up in there. You could tell that they were influenced by Funkadelic and George Clinton. You could hear that shit in their music. And I was like, man, this shit is... It went from being like, man, it's kind of weird, to like, man, these motherfuckers are on something. You just had to give it that little chance. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit you with that Aquemini shit.
Yeah, it goes like this right here. It's like
this shit's called Return of the G. This would have been the first song you heard, you know.
Peace, my brother, peace this, peace that, you know what I'm saying? But every time I try to get a piece of mind, niggas try to get a piece of mind. So I gotta grab my piece. It's the return of the gangsta, thanks to the niggas that's on that blow that run up in your crib, which contains your lady and an 8-month-old no child to raise, plus you true blue about this music, but they do not want to hear because they'd rather be bouncing and shooting and killing and bouncing and shit. Get down. Return of the gangster, bankster. Them niggas that think y'all something, say y'all be gospel rapping, but they be steady clapping when you talk about bitches and switches and hoes and clothes and weed. Let's talk about time traveling, rhyme javelin, something mind unraveling. Get down. Return of the gangster, bankster. Them niggas that got them kids, they got enough to buy an ounce, but not enough to bounce them kids to the do it to the park. So they grow up in the dark, never seeing light, so they end up being like your sorry ass. Robbing niggas and broad ass, they like get down. Return of the gangster, bankster. The niggas who get the wrong impression of expressions, and the question is big, well, what's up with Andre? Is he in the coke? Is he on drugs? Is he gay? When y'all gonna break up? When y'all gonna wake up? Nigga, I'm feeling better than ever. What's wrong with you? You get down. Gangster. It's the
nigga don't want no trouble. A player just wanna kick back with my gators off and watch my little girl blow bubbles. But still ready to rhyme, standing my grind, never back down. Willing to rob, steal, and kill anything that threatens mine. But good luck couldn't be bought, see. Many fights had to be fought, G. For a nigga to ride these Vogues, oh so close to the sidewalk, to be gawked at. Watch your side, my nigga, cause we got gas. The first nigga to vote is gonna be the first nigga we attack. Don't want that, but it comes though. Most of the time when you don't know. Sticking together like flour and water to make that slow dough. We work both. Everything we have ain't gon' stick up for each other like we brothers from another mother. Kinda like Mel Gibson and Andy Glover. Strictly for the caddy lovers. And never the nut hugging punk motherfuckers. Yeah, so quit spreading them rumors. We in Club Nouveau. Know that. Yeah. Gangsta. It's the return.
Big boy.
Hello.
What up, though?
What's happening, homie?
Shit, man. Chilling, dog. Thanks for calling up, man. I appreciate this.
Man. Nah, I appreciate you, man. I'm just out here just kicking it, man. I started getting texts. It was like, hey, they're looking for you. I said, okay, cool. Called the answer machine. I got Swell on there. Yo, this way, Shady 45. I was like, okay, cool. Got an answer machine. So we back. What's happening?
Yeah, I had to get. Well, I couldn't send you the direct message, so we had to just clear the lines and have you call the regular one, which is hard to get motherfuckers off the damn phone, man.
For sure.
People blowing up the lines. Now, Throwback Thursday, basically, every week we just pick an album, and this week I picked Aquemini, and I was saying I could have picked the first or the second one, but I thought this album was just really special to me because this one was the least accessible to me. It was like when I first heard it, man, I was like, it's weird. I didn't like it, but I was like, this is a weird album. And I had to listen to it a bunch of times to be like, oh my God, this shit is genius.
For sure, man. Appreciate it, man. You know, it's like, you know, how we, concoct the potion almost. It's like, you want to put it to where when people listen in the first listen, you're not going to get everything. You have to listen to it time and time again. And you get to find different sounds and different meanings of different things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it goes the same way for me. When I listen to certain records, you want to be able to live with it. That's what, the timeless classics, man. And I mean, just to be able to make the music and people dig it like that, man, it's definitely an honor to be here. And I really appreciate everything y'all doing out there to support, the love, and for the fans, like everybody out there, man, we love y'all. And I mean, Outkast is everlasting, man. We just, just really just doing us and having fun making this music and just, living life, raising these kids. You feel me?
Let me ask you something. What type of response did you get when you first dropped Aquemini? Was it like what were people saying to you? On the heels of AT Aliens, what were they saying to you?
It was just, I guess, the whole metamorphosis. You know, like every album is a time capsule. So, you know, with the first Southern Playalistic, you know, what that was all about. We was just 16, 17 years old. You know, life to us back then, that was all about. We were just smoking, drinking, and teabagging the old. Not just fucking with shit. Nah, we just, just having fun, just like some young bucks, man. But then, you know, went on into AT Aliens was the graduation album for us. And then, you know, you kind of start finding your niche, you know what I'm saying? Starting out as a fresh new MC. And by the third album, it's every album is like, it's experimentation. So it's like you got scientists in the studio just having fun, making sounds that's going to just kind of tickle your brain. So, I mean, people, they were saying we were some pimps, some genies, you know what I'm saying? First we were from outer space, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, we're everything. We're every people, every walk of life. I mean, we embody all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about growth and graduation. So I mean, you know, every album is like 2 to 3 years span. So different things happen in different times. So I mean, when you mature, you talk about different things, and the sounds change. And you know, as long as it's jamming, you're gonna get on the bus.
And like in this one, you could tell like you talking about some man shit. Yeah, even in the Spodioti shit, you're talking about like, you know, having a kid. So
yeah, man.
This album is super personal to you, as are all of them. But like this one's like your grown up version, huh?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I had just, you know, had a kid. I was like, you know, 19 years old. You know, had my first baby and everything. So I was going through that fatherhood, and it just kind of grow up. You know what I'm saying? As Dre, you know, even said a lot of times, like, man, I just got to commend you for, you know, for being a man and taking a stance and, you know, just raising my daughter, raising her. That's the on-hand parenting. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about, man. I mean, I didn't know I was going to be a father so young, but, I mean, it was just, you know, one of the greatest joys of my life. And then I had my sons after that. So, I mean, I learned the ropes, and it's about maturity, growth, and also just, like, really just trying to find out, like, what you put here for. And to me, man, I was put here to make music, and that's what I like doing. That's what makes me tick, man. And to be able to express my life through the music is just a blessing all day long, man. And I love it. I dig that the people they love what we do, and we keep it going, keep it going.
Let me ask you something, big boy. What were you? These are like kind of generic questions for a lot of these things, but they actually mean something to me. What were you listening to when you were making that album?
I still listen to like the same type of music, you know, like right now I'm probably on my iPod. I got maybe about like 11,000 songs, so anything might pop up. I mean, one of my favorite albums of all time is NWA Niggas for Life. That's like one of my favorites. My favorite artist of all time is Bob Marley, and after him is an artist from the UK called Kate Bush. But I listen to everything, so I mean, you might get SOS Band, you might get Smashing Pumpkins, you might get Too Short, you might get Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, some of everything, Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? Like, I listen to everything. I love all types of music, man. I grew up listening to everything, so that's like when we make music that you can hear all genres in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it twist up so good.
That's pretty dope. You like Kate Bush, man. I like that. I respect that. That's fucking ill,
man.
Dude.
Yeah, man.
And 14 years later from the fact, and what do you think of Aquemini now that you hear it again? Like, what do you think of it as an album?
It's dope, man. I mean, super dope. Like, every now and then a song might just pop up, and it might be from that album. You know what I'm saying? Like, thing from Return to Gangsters, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I love it, man. I can listen to it time and time again. You know, I do a lot of touring, and I dig my shit. I do listen to my own shit because that shit jams. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, ain't like I'm, you know, riding my own dick or no shit like that. It's just like I like the way it sounds, and like I listen to everybody's stuff. But, you know, when it comes on, I mean, that's like I get on stage and don't have to lip sync over my words because I know my words because I listen to my shit.
That's what's up. Man, yo, big boy, I appreciate you calling up. And I guess the last question I got for you is, like, what's your favorite song off of Aquemini?
Favorite song off of Aquemini? That's a hard one, man. That's a hard one.
It's like picking your favorite kid, right?
Yeah, but you know what? That Return of the Gangsters is something, though.
That's what we started with.
That Return of the Gangsters, like, I guess that would be one of my favorite songs. I love it, man. You know, so I mean, be appreciated, and it makes me still, you know, go in the studio. I'm headed to the studio right now. I just got through doing Ottawa Blues Fest. I'm out here in Canada. I've been out here for like about a week out here just, thumbing through the check, having fun, rocking crowds, man, 10, 15, 20,000 people at a time, just having fun, man, and finishing up this Vicious Lies and Dangerous Rumors album that's coming out November 13th. It's actually my first time recording in Canada, so it's a little piece of Canada going to be on the album as well, you know what I mean? I just feel good, man. I mean, I just positive energy all around, man. I appreciate what you're doing, man. Glad I got a chance to speak to you today.
Man, respect always, man. It's great. Thank you for calling up, dude. I do appreciate that.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. So, hey, man, y'all be good, man. I'll holler at y'all in a minute.
All right, that's Big Boy.
Pimpin'.
Shout out to always, dog. That's Big Boy. All right, man. Let's keep this shit going. Yo, he said he that was his favorite song, Return of the Gangster, and that's what we started with. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? All right, shout out to Big Boy. Hey, yo, thank you to all the listeners that tweeted him, that got him on the horn. You know what I'm saying? That's the power of the All Out Army right there. Hit his ass up, and he called up, and just fucking you like Big Boy. He speaks like he raps from the heart, and I appreciate the fuck out of that. All right, I feel like we need to end with motherfucking a song from a Aquemini. So let's fucking end with a song from a Aquemini. Here's a little shit right here.
You're listening to 15 years of the All Out Show with Rude Jude, only on Shade 45.
What is up, everybody? This is Ralph Sutton from the SDR Show, and boy, do I love Rude Jude. It is 15 years. Every time I come on the show, I know it's going to be crazy and chaotic. I mean, the dude watched me do cocaine. What more could I ask for? One of the coolest guys in the business, and I'll tell you this, we had dinner recently, and what a fucking super cool dude. I think one of my friends has a man crush on him. It is Rude Jude. Congratulations, dude. 15 fucking years on Shade 45. Good for you. Here's to another 15, dude. And thanks for letting me be a part of your life.
Shade 45, here we go. Another sample session. This one, I'm going to take you on a little windy road all over the place. I was actually inspired. I was making a little mixtape for the house, and a song came on, and I got to thinking about it, and my homegirl was over. It's like, you recognize that song? You recognize that sample? You recognize that? And she called out a sample that I didn't even think of. I was like, damn, they sampled that? And she said, yes. And then she played it for me. I said, I can do a whole sample session on one song. And that's the song we're going to do. And I'm going to take you down a windy road to get there. You still don't know what I'm talking about, but we're going to start in Kansas, of all places, with a young Jewish cat, born in 1928, Burt Bacharach. He did a lot of the easy listening. He did the soundtrack for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, but he's really known for working with Dionne Warwick, who is Whitney Houston's auntie. So he was fucking with Dionne Warwick back in I want to say like the late 60s, early 70s. And he started writing songs for Warwick, and she was getting hit after hit after motherfucking hit. Let's see some of the songs that "Don't Make Me Over," "Don't Make Me Over," like that was Bacharach and Dionne Warwick, and she also did another song called "Walk On By," and I'll play a little bit of it for you. Just so you can get a little feel of it, which was covered by fucking everybody from Smokey Robinson to Cal Jader to Isaac Hayes to the Jacksons.
If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time we meet, walk on by. Walk in you. And so if I see broken in blue, walk on by. Walk on by.
It's got that real,
Foolish pride, all
it's got that real like easy listening sound to it.
the tears and the sad
You can picture yourself at like some, I don't know,
you said goodbye.
key party, drinking dry martinis and fucking Valentine, throwing your keys in a bowl and fucking someone else's wife. Burt Bacharach made music like that. He did Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, like all that light stuff. But the songwriting was strong, and a lot of cats covered his shit. Like a ton of cats covered his shit. And I'm gonna play you with Isaac Hayes did. Now Isaac Hayes grabbed that song, the OG song, the original song was 2 minutes 47 seconds. That fits on the 45 nicely. Put that on your little 45 record, you know, the ones with the big ass holes in the middle. You put that on. Fits on a nice little 45 nicely. You spin that shit. It's good. Well, Isaac Hayes had a different vision for it. And he came out with this album called Hot Buttered Soul, which, like, I feel like it's just an album you should own. I don't know how else to sell it to you. Like, every song is solid. I can't even pronounce the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Like, it's a heavily sampled album. It was a lot of motherfuckers fuck with it in funk. And if you fuck with funk, you should have this album. Enough said. So Hayes grabs that song and he turns this motherfucker into a 12-minute long just jam session. Just, he gets all the way in that shit. I hate to make like sex references, but like my man's balls deep in this shit. He does the fucking foreplay. He beats it up. He smashes. He does everything to this fucking song to make it a fucking classic. And you know how I know it's a classic? Because everybody and their mama fucking sampled it. It's such a classic that arguably two of the best rappers who have now passed away have both used this song and in different ways and made some fucking 2 hits out of it. So here's Isaac Hayes, Walking By. I'm gonna let it ride for a second. Hot Buttered Soul, 1969. that was the shit about like that old shit.
If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time we meet, and walk on by, walk on by, make believe you don't see the tears. So just let me breathe in private, 'cause each time I see you, I just can't help myself. I think about how tight we used to be. I break down and cry. Oh, baby, walk on by.
The whole song's just about like the whole song's about breaking up with your girl or your man and just like feeling fucked up about it.
I just can't get over losing you. So if I seem broken in two,
Now Isaac Hayes was like a big part of
please walk on,
that Southern soul.
walk on by.
I want to say he was
Foolish pride,
part of Stax Records.
that's all that I have left. So let me hide the tears and the sadness you gave me. I didn't ask you for it, but you gave
He wrote
me
Soul Man.
when you said goodbye. Oh, mama.
Hold on, I'm coming. But then this is, you know, it's just he just took another turn with this album. All right, I feel like we heard. I feel like I played y'all enough of the samples or this original song.
Oh, walk on by.
Which dead legend you want to start with? I'm gonna vote for Biggie. Now Biggie used this sample on his debut album about motherfuckers trying to rob his house. It's called Warning. And here it goes. You ready for this? You ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Sample session. We're just doing one song. Burt Bacharach wrote it. Dionne Warwick performed it first. Later on, it was covered by many people. One of the best covers was done by Isaac Hayes, Mr. Southern Soul turned Scientologist. For those of you that don't know music that well, he was chef on South Park before they started shitting on the Scientology. And then he was like, peace, I'm out of here. Because I take my Scientology very seriously. Now Biggie, rest in peace, grabbed that bitch up and he used it for a little song called Warning, which ended up being a radio hit. And it goes like this. He just speeds it up. He speeds up that bass.
Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Crack of dawning, now I'm yawning. Wipe the cold out my eye. See who's this paging me and why? It's my nigga Pop from the barber shop. Told me he was in the gambling spot and heard the intricate plot. A niggas wanna stick me like fly paper, neighbor. Slow down, love, please chill, drop the paper. Remember them niggas from the hill up in Brownsville that you rolled dice with? Smoke blunts and got nice with? Yeah, my nigga Fame up in Prospect. Nah, them my niggas, nah, love wouldn't disrespect. I didn't say them, they schooled me to some niggas that you knew from back when you was clocking minor figures. Now they heard you blowing up like nitro, when they wanna stick the knife through your windpipe slow. So, thank Fame for warning me, cause now I'm warning you. I got the Mac, nigga, tell me what you gonna do. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my paper. 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 They heard about the Rolexes and the Lexus with the Texas license plates out of state. They heard about the pounds you got down in Georgetown, and they heard you got half of Virginia locked down. They even heard about the crib you bought your mom South Florida, the fifth coroner. Call the coroner. There's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. What you think all the guns is for? All-purpose war got the Rockwellers by the door, and I feed them gunpowder so they can devour the criminals trying to drop my decimals. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my cream, and it ain't a dream. Things ain't always what it seems. It's the ones that smoke blunts with ya, see your picture. Now they wanna grab their guns and come and get ya. Bet your Biggie won't slip. I got the calico with the black talons loaded in the clip, so I can rip through the ligaments. Put the fuckers in the bad predicament where all the foul niggas went. Touch my cheddar, feel my Beretta. Fuck when I'ma hit you with your motherfuckers better duck. I bring pain, blood stains on what remains of his jacket. He had a gun, he should've packed it, cocked it. Extra clips in my pocket so I can reload and explode on your asshole. I fuck around and get hardcore. C4 to your door, no beef, no more, nigga. Feel the rough, scandalous. The more weed smoke I puff, the more dangerous. I don't give a fuck about you or your weak crew. What you gonna do when Big Papa come for you? I'm not running, nigga, I bust my gun in. Hold on, I hear somebody coming.
Come in fast as you can. Just bring your motherfucking ass on. Come on. We getting close. Huh? It's right over here. You sure it's Biggie Small's crib, man? I'm sure, motherfucker. Come on. Fuck. It better be his motherfucking house. Fuck, man. This better be this motherfucker's house. Oh, shit. What? What's wrong? What's that red dot on your head, man? What red dot? Oh, shit. You got a red dot on your head, too. Oh, shit.
And that was Warning. Biggie Smalls Warning off his debut album, Ready to Die. All right, now, who else used that? A lot of people, but I'm going to play you Beyonce. I know the women are screaming at the fucking screen. Beyonce used that. But you know me, I'm a fucking old guy. I'm not going to play Beyonce. But I will play you some Tupac. Now, Tupac used the same sample for the title track of his album, Me Against the World. You want to hear it? Here it goes. He's not using the same bass line, but he's using the guitar. Just want y'all to just so you know.
It's just me against the world. Me against the world, baby. I got nothing to lose. It's just me against the world. Me against the world, baby. Can you picture my prophecy? Stress in the city, the cops on top of me. The project is full of bullets, nobody's just dropping. There ain't no stopping me. Constantly moving while making millions. Witnessing killers, leaving dead bodies in the abandoned buildings. Carries the children cause they're illin'. Addicted to killing and the appeal from the cap villain. Without feeling, but will they last or be blasted? Hard-headed bastard. Maybe you'll listen in this casket, the aftermath. More bodies being buried. I'm losing my homies in a hurry. They relocating to the cemetery. Got me worried, stressing my business blurry. The question is, will I live? No one in the world loves me. I'm headed for danger. Don't trust strangers. Put one in the chamber whenever I'm feeling this anger. Don't wanna make excuses, cause this is how it is. What's the use unless we're shooting? No one notices the youth. It's just me against the got nothing to lose. It's just me against the world, baby.
Nothing to lose.
Could somebody help me? I'm out here all by myself. See, ladies and stones, baby Capone, living wealthy. Pictures of my birth on the surface, what I'm dreaming. Seeing daddy seeming full of crooked demons, already crazy and screaming. I guess them nightmares as a child had me scared, but left me prepared for a while. Is there another route for a crooked outlaw, veteran, a villain, a young thug?
Every day there's more depth, and plus I'm no less. I'm seeing more reasons for me to proceed with thieves. Scheme on and scheming and lead their beefs breathing. Cause ain't no punch to stack up. My nuts is backed up. I'm about to act up. Go load the Mac up. Now watch me clack up. Try make a fact up. But yo, it ain't working. And he was working. I can see him smirking when I get the burger. So what? Go put some work in and make my mail, make the sales. Risking 25 with an L, but oh well.
Me against the world.
With nothing to lose, it's me against the world. It's just me against the world, baby.
Me against the world.
I got nothing to lose, it's me against the world. It's just me against the world, baby. With nothing to lose, it's just me against the world, baby.
Me against the world.
Me against the world. I got nothing to lose, it's just me against the world, baby. With all the sex distressing, the question I wonder is after death, after my last breath, when will I finally get to rest through this suppression? They punish the people that's asking questions and those that possess. Still from the ones without possessions, the message I stress. To make it stop, study your lessons, don't settle for less. Even the genius asks questions, be grateful for blessings. Don't ever change, keep your essence. The power is in the people, in politics we address. Always do your best, don't let the pressure make you panic. And when you get stranded and things don't go the way you planned it, dreaming of riches, in a position of making a difference. Politicians are hypocrites, they don't want to listen. If I'm insane, the fame made a brother change. It wasn't nothing like the game, it's just me against the world.
Me against the world.
Nothing to lose, it's just me against the world, baby.
Me against the world.
Got me stuck in the game, it's just me against the world. I got nothing to lose, it's just me against the world, baby.
Me against the world.
That's right. I know it seems hard sometimes, but remember one thing. Through every dark night, there's a bright day after that. So no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it.
Whose version did you like better? You like Warning or you like Me Against the World? You can vote on that shit on at All Out Show. At All Out Show. I guess I'll play we'll just end with the jazz version. This is Cal Jader. He is a legend in the vibraphone game. Caught that sample, you're a bad motherfucker, but I'll play you with it. I'll give it to you one more time, just to see if you catch it. Okay, you ready? Gangstar, full clip. They use that shit. Shout out to Primo. He really knows how to chop up a motherfucking sample. That shit. That was you'll recognize it. I feel like I played it enough over and over again. This has been the Walk On By sample session. Just one song, just kind of showing you where all the different directions you can go with the one song. Here it is. Full clip. Gangstar. And we are done with the sample session.
Big L, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
You wanna mess with this? One of the best yet.
We've got it.
You can feel the realness. In this business of rap.
Go ahead.
Fresh out the gate again, time to raise the stakes again. Fatten my plate again. Y'all cats know we always play to win. GNG to the stars, son. Haters took this shit too far, son. So that's all for you. I'm wiping out your whole team. I'll splatter your dreams with lyrics to shatter your schemes. The badder you seem, the more lies you tell. The more lies you shout. Now by surprise you fell into my death trap, right into my clutches. Stupid, you know the God must bless every single mic he touches. I've suffered just so I could return harder. Wanna be the shit starter? Fuck around, make you a martyr. I'll make you famous. Turn around and make you nameless. Cause you never understood how vital to me this rap game is. Save it and hold that, you catch a hot one. Rhymes to chase a fake nigga down soon as I spot one.
Clip. You wanna mess with this? Gangstar. One of the best yet. I'm nice like that. It's all good. In this business of rap. Full clip. You wanna mess with this? Gangstar. One of the best yet. I'm nice like that. It's all good.
So I suggest you take a rest. So if you stand in my way, I'ma have to spray. Learn that if you come against me, son, you're gonna have to pray. Since back in the day I held the weight and kept my head up. They wanna see the guard catch a L, it's all a setup. I give no man a thing power over me. Why these niggas so jealous and looking sour over me? I'm bolder, G. I'm like impossible to stop. I'm like that nigga in the ring with you, impossible to drop. I'm like 2 magazines fully loaded to your 1. Plus I ain't gonna quit spitting till you're done. Plus, more than ever, I got my whole shit together. More than a decade of hits that'll live forever. Catch a rep of my name, you're bound to fry. Know how many niggas that I know that's down to die. We never fail, and we ain't never been frail. You niggas talk crime, but you scared of jail.
Full clip. You wanna mess with this? Gangstar. One of the best yet. I'm nice like that. It's all good. In this business of rap. Full clip. You wanna mess with this? Gangstar. One of the best yet. I'm nice like that. It's all good.
So I suggest you take a rest. Attacking like a slick Apache. Lyrics are trigger happy. Blowing back your wig piece just for the way you're looking at me. Cock back, blow. I hit you up right now. I don't know why so many y'all wanna be thugs anyhow. Face the consequence of your childish nonsense. I can make your head explode just by my lyrical content. Get you in my scope and metaphorically snipe ya. I never liked ya. I gas that ass and then ignite ya. The flamethrower. Make your peeps afraid to know ya. How many times I told ya? Play your position, small soldier. My heart is colder. Makes me wanna resort to violence. Stop beating me in the head, son. Nah, I'm not buying it. I'm ready to blast. Ready to surpass and harass. I'm ready to flip. Yeah, and ready to dip with all the cash. I hold my chrome steady with a tight grip. So watch your dome already, cause this one might hit.
Full clip. You wanna mess with this? Gangstar. One of the best yet. I'm nice like that. It's all good. In this business of rap. Full clip. You wanna mess with this? The Gangstar. The best yet. I'm nice like that. It's all good.
So I suggest you take a rest.
Yes, indeed. That was a sample session. Walk on by. We started off with the Dionne Warwick version, hopped over to the Isaac Hayes version, and from there we went Biggie, Warning, jumped over to Me Against the World. Both used the Isaac Hayes version, and then I played you a little Cal Jader, who is a vibraphonist, and played you full clip, all from one Burt Bacharach song. Not bad, y'all. Not bad. This has been another sample session.
You're listening to 15 years of the All Out Show with Rude Jude, only on Shade 45.
Hey, this is Dr. Chris Donahue from Loveline, and you're listening to 15 years of the All Out Show with Jude on Shade 45.